Hello everyone, I know what you must be thinking. Waluigi, you need a new haircut. I know I do. Anyway, welcome to the good thing, bad thing video for, yes, Super Mario Galaxy. Now I talked quite about Super Mario Galaxy 2 one or 2 months ago, but in anticipation for that ultimate series where I rank every galaxy, I've got to make some videos while I'm playing through this original Super Mario Galaxy game. You can expect a top 11 easiest stars list for this game quite soon, as well as a top 11 hardest, before we get into the ultimate series. But for now, here it is, good things and nitpicky bad things about Super Mario Galaxy.
Good thing!
Let's just start by saying this is the first truly great game on the Wii. I mean, I do love me some Wii Sports, I even made a whole video about it. But let's just say that Mario Galaxy goes above and beyond. It introduces so many brilliant concepts with using the Wii Remote, the most important of which is shaking to get more momentum when you jump. That's one of my favorite elements of this game. This game just got excellent reviews, and all of this paved the way for the sequel that I like even better, Mario Galaxy 2.
Bad thing.
Yeah, that's right, I do like the sequel better. And a big reason is Mario Galaxy 2 has so much more gameplay depth. Every galaxy feels important in Mario Galaxy 2 as there's multiple missions in all of them. Super Mario Galaxy, on the other hand, has a bunch of galaxies where there's only one mission. Take something like Flip Switch Galaxy, for example. You run across all those blue platforms to turn them yellow, and you get the star. And that's it.
Good thing!
There's something awfully nice about having Rosalina as your guide throughout this game. Nintendo knew they struck gold with this character considering she's been in so many Mario games ever since. We can't say the same about Lubba to say the least now, can we?
Bad thing.
But before you meet Space Waifu, you have to catch bunnies. That's your first mission of the game. And in later missions you gotta catch bunnies. Again! It's not exactly fun gameplay. What is with this game's obsession with bunnies? And no, I'm not talking about these ones.
Good thing!
As I mentioned in the Mario Galaxy 2 good thing, bad thing, this game gets the ever so slight edge in terms of soundtrack over its successor. Both are brilliant, but there's a few songs in here that really put this one over the top. Those would be Space Junk, Gusty Garden, Beach Bowl, Buoy Base, and Good Egg Galaxies. Not to mention the observatory theme in this game is beautiful as well.
Bad thing.
But just like with the level design, there's a couple songs in the soundtrack that are just not many of them, but take Dusty Dune and Drip Drop Galaxies for example. Not exactly the most enlightening songs.
Good thing!
Unlike in Super Mario Galaxy 2, Mario Galaxy has a very cool story introduction, with Bowser and his mighty airship armada truly ruining Mario's day. It is definitely a cooler setup than the whole storybook thing from Mario Galaxy 2. I'd definitely say that more effort was put into the details here.
Bad thing.
Unfortunately, I had to sit through this intro multiple times while trying to fix my old game disc that I ultimately decided was broken because it kept stopping right before the whole bunny catching part. Wait, maybe that's my fault for getting the disc scratchy. Whatever. I had to order a new copy off of Amazon.
Good thing!
Unlike in Super Mario Galaxy 2, you only need 50 star bits for a 1-up, as opposed to 100. That means I don't have to worry about game overs as much if I get into a section that trips me up.
Bad thing.
But part of the reason I don't get game overs, this game might be a bit too easy. Yes, I say that even as someone who admittedly isn't great at platformers. Nintendo was definitely trying to appeal to a more casual audience with these games, particularly in terms of getting the first 60 stars, and you can see it here. The early levels for me, which yes, are supposed to be easy, so far have been mostly really easy whilst playing through them.
Good thing!
So many of those concepts that were brought back in Mario Galaxy 2 that used the Wii Remote in a clever way, well, they were started here. Such as pointing at the screen to launch yourself out of a cannon, flinging yourself around, that sort of thing. It all started here.
Bad thing.
But one thing I'm glad they didn't bring back in Galaxy 2 was the whole bubble concept. You know Bubble Breeze Galaxy, that swampy thing? You gotta frickin' blow yourself around in a bubble, and the way it controls just feels awkward to say the least.
Good thing.
We have to appreciate just how brilliant the graphics are in this game, particularly on the starship. It's just so beautiful. And then you get into levels like Gusty Garden Galaxy, which are just so colorful and vibrant. This game's graphics aren't HD since obviously the Wii isn't HD, but honestly that doesn't even matter. To me this game is more visually appealing than Super Mario 3D World, and I swear that's not just nostalgia talking.
Bad thing.
Well, everything's visually appealing except Bubble Breeze Galaxy. Yes, I really just did take another shot at that galaxy. It sucks.
Off topic thing.
You know, quarantine has made us all a bit crazy, I think. So here's a very weird song I've been listening to recently. 25 Minutes to Go by Shel Silverstein. It's interesting to say the least. I'll leave the link to this song in the description, and I encourage you to listen to it. If you do listen to it, you'll understand that my taste in music is complicated.
Good thing.
There's a lot of interesting boss battles in this game, like against Terran Tox the Spider, Bouldergeist, Major Burrows, and Baron Burr. Anyone who knows the musical Hamilton would definitely like the name Baron Burr. In any case, I think this game might have a slight edge over Galaxy 2 in terms of cool boss fights. I mean, I guess that's why 5 of them were brought back in Boss Blitz Galaxy.
Bad thing.
Some boss fights just feel overly easy though, like against Dino Piranha, King Caliente, those kind of things. I get that they're not supposed to be that difficult as early bosses, but still. And some boss fights like Bowser Jr. in World 1 and Bowser in World 2, they just feel a little bit anticlimactic. That's because there's not much leading up to it, because like I said, there's not as much level depth with this game as there is in Galaxy 2.
Good thing.
The whole gravity and changing directions concepts add so much to level design, and it's obviously part of the game because Mario Galaxy is in space. Things like this make me sort of appreciate the game at the time it was released, and compared to the 2 previous 3D platformers, Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine, I think this game was truly the most revolutionary.
Bad thing.
There are some more gimmicky galaxies with the Wii Remote, like the whole Loop-de-Loop Galaxy and Rolling Green Galaxy, that I'm not exactly a big fan of. And Rolling Green, of course, set the precedent for 2 more Rolling Ball levels in Mario Galaxy 2. Ugh, come on, Nintendo.
Good thing.
I mentioned this game being revolutionary for the time, and here's further proof of that. Mario Sunshine went a bit too far with the whole island theme. The levels didn't look all that different from one another. That's not the case here. There's obviously levels that'll make you feel like you're in outer space, like Space Junk Galaxy, Battle Rock Galaxy, etc. But then there's also levels like Beach Bowl Galaxy that don't really feel outer space-ish at all. A lot of variety.
Bad thing.
That being said, Honey Hive Galaxy and Gold Leaf Galaxy are pretty much just palette swaps with different missions. We notice these things, Nintendo. We notice these things.
Good thing.
I've already compared this game to Galaxy 2 plenty enough, so instead I'm going to continue to analyze this game in relation to its predecessors, Mario 64 and Sunshine. Now initially the idea was that Mario's health meter would be at 8, just like in 64 and Sunshine. But game director Yoshiaki Kozumi had a different idea, turn that health meter down to 3, but also add more checkpoints. This subtle difference makes the game more intense, yet also makes sure it's fair at the same time by having those checkpoints. Nice game design.
Bad thing.
Okay, back to comparing this game to Galaxy 2. I've already mentioned that that game has sort of increased depth in terms of its level design, like the levels are more thought out, but that's not all. There's more room to explore in Galaxy 2 as there's comet medals in that game. There's no comet medals here. There's 3 green stars in this game. There's 120 in Galaxy 2.
Good thing.
I don't care what IGN says, the Rosalina story is beautiful. Yes, admittedly it doesn't add much of anything to the game. But it's beautiful, okay? Okay?
Bad thing.
I have to take my obligatory shot at the spring mushroom. There's a reason this dreadful thing hasn't been back since Galaxy 2. And it shouldn't have even been back after this first Galaxy game.
Good thing.
Super Mario Galaxy has most of the epic power-ups that I've talked about in Galaxy 2, like Bee Mario, Boo Mario, and the Fire Flower. And while the best Galaxy power-up doesn't come until later with the Cloud Flower, I'd still say the Red Star should suffice.
Bad thing.
Okay, now we're really getting nitpicky here, but the box art, not as cool as Galaxy 2's. Look at that. Oh wait, I'm pointing to the wrong one. Look at this one. It's cooler.
Good thing.
Charles Martinet's voice acting was very enthusiastic on the Wii channel screen, and he actually knows what number game it is. This is not the case in Mario Galaxy 2. Listen to the difference.
Super Mario Galaxy! Super Mario Galaxy! Woohoo!
Bad thing.
But just like in Mario Galaxy 2, the stunning lack of Waluigi disappoints me so much.